Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we are ready to go to work. It's a bit of an annoying day today because I've got to get there at 9:30. So I've been up since 6:30, which is the time I normally get up. And it's like, I've got to wait. I don't like waiting for work. I like to get up and go and get things done straight away. So it's like, whenever you're waiting for things, that's when the nerve kicks in. If you start it as soon as possible, then it's fine. But it feels weird because like it should feel strange that I'm like dressed in a shirt and trousers and shoes, but I did this recently. I did this semi-recently, but it's like that other thing didn't exist. Now, to me, it basically is null and void. It never happened. It's definitely a strange feeling, to say the least. But otherwise, this morning got up. Last night, both me and Laura have been sleeping like semi-badly. Like we just have like really vivid dreams, and then we wake up in the middle of the night. I woke up at 2 last night, and then I went back to sleep and dreamt again. It's really strange. Laura's kind of doing similar. We've been doing it for a while as well. We think it's to do with the heat, but we haven't like stabilised and got used to it yet, which is strange. But yeah, otherwise got up, got ready. Well, got up, had breakfast, like did all the washing up and stuff so Laura could leave on time, because I don't have to leave. I've got to be there at 9:30, and it's about a 20-minute drive according to Google. So when do I leave? I don't know. But today is a day of probably very little work. It's probably just all inductions and stuff today. So that's going to be probably the way it is most places. But yeah, I've got to get like training and stuff and go through all my forms and all that malarkey. Get my key cards to get in the door and all that stuff. With the traffic, it's predicting 24 minutes. So there's no way that way is 1 minute slower either. That's ridiculous. So you've got to take this with a pinch of salt, admittedly. But yeah, and also I don't live there. Why do you think I live there? I live there, on the other side of the fucking road. Amazing how much time difference it makes, like road travel-wise. But no, so it's going to take 24 minutes to get there. So I think I'm going to leave at like 1:45 and get there early. It's always good to get there early. I like getting places early. My watch is 5 minutes fast for that reason. But yeah, so today I'm not really expecting to get much work done. I'm expecting to sit through like induction training, HR training, and go through all my forms and contracts and stuff, similar to my first day at my placement. Maybe I'll get some time to sit on my team, with my team, and like throw together, fix my computer up and stuff. I don't know whether they've pre-prepared that for me or not. I don't know. I've been to 2 different places, one kind of half set it up, one kind of didn't set it up at all, so we'll see. Why is it so exciting? But it's like Laura said last night before I went to bed, it's strange because she's been at like just this going to work or whatever for the past couple of months. Like obviously she changed jobs semi-recently. But since then, like I've finished my dissertation, handed in my exams, done all my exams, started work, graduated, left work, got job offers, had job interviews, signed a job, started a new job. And it's like so much has happened in such a short period of time that it feels quite strange. But I'm really glad, I'm excited to get into doing stuff again and get into a routine and then figure out how much time I've got in the day and then kill things if I need to kill them. So I'm excited for that. I always do better when I've got a routine. If I'm sitting staring at a 6-hour block, like what can I do today? I'm always less productive than if I get home and I've got 3 hours. Or I get home at night, have dinner, and then I've got a productivity hour and then like stay up a little bit later and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to... I find that work fuels me more than like drains me. A lot of people come back from work and they're like, oh, that's such a shit day. I'm like, that was a great day. Usually. And if it is a bad day, then it does get you down. But like, if it's a good day, you come back and you're like, right, it's like going to the gym. People always say you should go to the gym and it like energizes you. I think work is the same kind of thing. My shirt's all twisted. So I'm excited to get into things and start coming home and being like, right, okay, so now get home, eat dinner with Laura. Laura goes off and does a run. I sit and do some work for an hour. Bam, come back, watch TV together, chill out. She goes to bed. Bam, get back to work. Unless I'm feeling tired or whatever. But yeah, because we've got a lot of stuff to do now. And I've got to start making the decision of what I can't maintain anymore. And I think the main channel is something that I'm going to have to sacrifice. Because there's things I want to achieve in life, and people don't achieve those things while doing weekly or fortnightly videos on a main channel. I don't think many of them achieve it while daily vlogging either, because some of the things I want to do are things that I can't tell you about, because they're related to work, and work now as in work, and then my work as I build software and a company around it and all that kind of stuff. So things like naming it and all the legal procedure and people I'm talking to and like business partners and shit like that. Like, it's like I can talk about it to an extent, and I want to try and make it something that I do talk about, because I want to kind of document the process. But there are obviously things that I can't talk about. I just flat out can't, because it would jeopardise the entire thing. Hence why I haven't said anything about the company's name or its websites or, to be fair, the products it makes. So that's a notification. Hello, is that a leave now to be on time notification, or it's just a calendar notification? Right, okay, well it's 1:45, so right, let's do final check to make sure everything's ready and in the car, and let's bounce. Hopefully we can get there for about 20 past. I think that's 10 minutes early. It's always a good shout in it, and then we'll be at 5 minutes early every day after that. Right, cool, let's get everything ready. Put you in my bag, sad times, unless I've got to sit in the car park for a bit. Way too early. God damn it. It took me, when did I leave? It took me 20 minutes dead. So it's now like getting closer to, it's like 10 past basically. I'm kind of waiting around the corner. It's a car park where you've got like a key card to get in, so I'm gonna have to buzz in to get into the car park. So as soon as I buzz in, they basically know I'm there. So I may as well not go in until that time, basically. But it's a nice drive up, to be honest with you. 45 miles to the gallon, so it's nice and smooth. On the way back, I think. Now there's next to no traffic. Even now, touch wood, at this time, when you'd imagine there'd be a lot, there's next to no traffic compared to normal Bristol. However, when I start going that way, back home, that's when the traffic's going to kick in. On the way home there's a lot of traffic, because there's like one road in and one road out of this place. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Otherwise, yeah, it's 1:15, and probably text Laura and then go in, maybe. I don't know. Don't want to be too early. I don't want to be too eager, but I also just want to get started, so I want to be eager. I am eager, but I don't want to look eager. Ladies and gentlemen, it's lunchtime. I'm having an earlier lunch than most people because I'm waiting for my computer to be fixed. I need like domain level access, and they're just like getting that through, and it's going to take like half an hour or so. So I'm taking my lunch a little bit. I normally take lunch at like 1, because I like to take lunch as late as possible. But I'm taking it a bit earlier than normal to wait for the computers to catch up, basically. So far today we've been doing like training and security stuff and all that malarkey, and yeah, so after this afternoon I'm going to be going through some tutorials and stuff. Turns out I thought I was in the C++ team and C# team, but I'm not. I'm in the Java team, so that should be interesting. I haven't worked on Java in industry before. Obviously, I've always been a .NET developer, so it's going to be interesting. It should be good fun. It's something that I need to be good at, but it's conscious that I need to keep up my C++, my C# stuff. So it's a conscious thing. I must continue to learn my other things, but it shouldn't be a problem because everything I do at home is all in .NET, so it's fun, including my project. So what's going on? Since it's lunch, I'm going to walk out. I'm going to walk and eat my sandwiches, and I'm just kind of having an explore, see what it's like, see what's around here. But I think it might be a little bit further. It might be outside of walking range, or comfortable walking range. So I'm also testing. I could longboard on this path quite happily. So there's that. Ooh, what's down there? Train station. Useful to know, just in case my fucking car breaks down. I knew this Morrison's and B&Q were here. There's also a shopping centre just over the way, which I want to go and look at. I've been here before because Graham's, when we sent Graham to the hamster home, she came up here. So I know this area a little bit. I've driven through this place as well. This place is mostly longboard friendly. Be much better going back. It's mostly uphill, so not to get too sweaty. It's just something to consider if it's worth putting it in the boot of my car. Them guys were talking about it all. Easily got here in time. Turn around soonish though. But swimming pool, shopping centre, to see what's in it, and then we'll turn around. Not bad at all. We're heading back now. We're going to get back super early before the end of my lunch hour. Hopefully I'll be able to knock my lunch hour down to 30 minutes and then just head around the office or whatever. But it depends. If like there's like communal areas for lunch, so I'll go there with the lads or whatever, I don't know. But no, that's not bad. They haven't got things like Top Man or things like that, but they've got most of the other like essential places you need to go to. So it's not like I have to, like if I need to come up here I can just bring the car up in seconds, you know? So warm. Wasn't this warm when I left? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now coming up to bedtime after I'm going to go to, I was going to do productivity hour now, but I feel like I should probably, tomorrow I'm going to try and go in, I'm going in earlier, so I'm going to see if I can lock down stuff. What am I trying to say to you? Basically I'm saying that I'm not going to do productivity hour today, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. Because Monday's the only day where I have to stay up past 10 o'clock to do productivity hour. So yeah, also Laura's feeling a bit ill, so I'm going to go to bed, like, not ill, but like, ill. Words? Ladies and gentlemen, what's been going on today? Today, we got back to work after lunch and I was working on some tutorials and like some like step-by-step things that we're doing for the like to get to grips with the stuff that we're working with, which is most prominently Java. So I'm working on the Java, I think I talked about this thingy, I'm working on the Java team, which bemused me to start with. I don't really understand why I'm on the team, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Like, while I prefer to work with the .NET framework and C#, yeah, I definitely did talk about this earlier, while I would prefer that, it's important I don't box myself into a corner and only do .NET. So it's like, it's a bad thing, but it's kind of a good thing in disguise as a bad thing, that I should spend time with other things. And like, if for whatever reason, like it's possible to move to the other team if I want, well, I guess. Or I could say like to my managers, I could say like, I want to have experience doing that stuff as well, please. So there's like flexibility to move around and things, but yeah. So I was working on some Java stuff and I'm implementing things in like this, just a tutorial thing. So that's what's going on. The problem with Java and C# is they're very, very similar, except for some key things. So like the syntaxes are more or less identical, except for like key differences in the way they do inheritance, differences in the things that you type. Like if you want to implement an interface, you have to write implements in Java instead of just semicolon in thingy. Like little things like that can stump me for like 10 minutes. It's going to be, and things like they want methods to be lowercase, starting in lowercase, C# is the other way around. So things like that overlap. It's going to really irritate me because I'm going to keep coming back and doing C# here and then Java over there, and I'm going to have like this. I'll start writing code like it's Java on there and then same back and the other way. It's going to be irritating. Also, something that annoys me quite drastically, and I'm going to have to try and get used to it, but I like to write code in a way that's nicely spread out, nicely spaced out, so that it's nice and readable. So like every code is on its, like, you normally have a gap in between each line of code, normally, unless like it makes sense to clump some together. Every time you press save, it restructures the code. It like condenses it, makes it all short. So what I do when I write code is I write if statement, semicolon, code, semicolon, else. Right? I hope that makes sense on this plain orange background. So if it was on here, it would be wait, hold on. Am I? Yeah, okay, I'm safe. If semicolon code semicolon else if. If I do it on this, it compresses it. It puts the semicolon on the same line as the if, and then whacks everything up, and then puts the closing bracket somewhere. And then if I have the else if, it puts the closing bracket on the same line as the else if. Or the else if on the same line as the closing bracket. It looks hideous. It looks hideous compared to what I'm used to. And I need to get over that because I'm not going to win a fight. And no way in hell am I going to win a fight to change that. So, one of them things like developers are either spaces or tabs, and I'm tabs and spreading things out and making things look neat, not trying to condense it to as small a space as possible. So it's going to be something to get used to, but it's not something to get used to because I can't do that on my stuff. Errors and warnings come up, or I've set it up so errors and warnings come up if I do things wrong that go against the style of the code. Likewise, this thing, but they're two different styles. But yeah, so I was working on that. I was just about to get onto the unit tests and stuff. I got a bit confused by... Oh no, so I'm doing this thing and I'm basically implementing this dummy calculator class thing. And in it I implemented, like, they gave me like UML with like 12 private methods. And instead of those 12 private methods I did like 5, where one of them I just implemented a sort, and then the rest of them were easy. I didn't need, like, there was really, I don't know why there's 12. To be honest, I didn't realise I was supposed to follow the UML until right at the very end. So I've changed my mind on it. And then I spent another thing, fucking, like, I'll be openly outward in the fact that I think Java is inferior. .NET is superior to Java by, in my opinion, a considerable way. I wanted to cycle through a list to get values out, and in C# you'd use link. There's no such thing as link in Java, at least in Java 1.7, which is what we're running. And that's the problem with Java as well. It's so like proliferated. What's the word? Defragmented? Fragmented? Like, but anyway, trying to get used to it. So yeah. That I spent ages trying to figure out how to do it. This thing that you would write in link and it'd just be like that, and because you've written it in link, it's like the fastest. Like, you can't. Link is designed in C# to be fucking quick and efficient. And instead I had to write my own version. So that was irritating as well. But yeah, I was just about to get on to writing the unit test. There was some things as well where it was, apparently there's a bug in one of the latest versions of, well, this version of Java, where the project file thinks that there's this folder there even if it isn't. So when you try and add the folder, it goes, this folder already exists, so you have to add it in externally and then refresh and then it appears. So that was a bug that caught me for a while. And that's just in the core of the fucking Java. You don't get that in .NET, to my knowledge. So I got that sorted, and I'm now writing unit tests. Back to my thing, and it said tutorial 1, write the code. Tutorial 2, write the unit test. No! It's the wrong way round. But I do think they do TDD. I think they do it. But the tutorial's the wrong way round. I understand why they are that way round. But yeah, otherwise, left at 5:30, drove back. 25 minutes to get back at 5:30. Tomorrow I'm going to go in, I'm leaving here at 8, when, more or less, when Laura leaves. I'll leave like a couple of minutes before Laura does. Because I was going to try and get there. I'm going to try it tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I'm going to try getting in even earlier. I'm going to try and leave at 7:30. I was going to try and get in and basically do 8 till 4:30 every day, because that's what I used to do at my industrial placement. It was great, loved it. But it doesn't really make sense because that means I get up at 6 o'clock, leave at 7:30. Laura gets up at 6:30, leaves at 8. Laura then doesn't get back till 6. I get back at 5, and there's like a mismatch in time there that doesn't really compute properly. So we're going to try it. I'm going to try it tomorrow. If the traffic's bad, I think I'm going to hit traffic, and it's going to make it kind of worthless, kind of unnecessary. I'm hoping that happens. But there's like, so basically I'm restructuring the way I was going to go to work to try and make it better, so I can spend more time with Laura or whatever. Because then in theory, because I'm not getting up at 6, I'm getting up at, well, 6:30. I can stay up later and things, where I don't necessarily do work in the morning, but then, see, now I'm talking myself back into just going early again. Tomorrow, we're going to try it, we're going to leave at 8. Otherwise though, tonight we had tuna and pasta bake for dinner, and then we went off shopping. and then came back and we've just been watching YouTube videos and the news, and now we're heading to bed. It's always busy, rushy, busy days, Mondays. Tomorrow we have more time to do things after work. I need to look into some stuff, some admin stuff. Not the kind of admin that I looked into last time that I started a new job. This is, well, technically it is, but no, this is like company related stuff. So there's that. Cool, I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my vlogs. My vlogs are going to be, for the next couple of days, productive for one, and rambling about why I think .NET is superior to Java. Another thing, no such thing as iDisposable in Java. I think that's a design flaw as well. Another thing, integer and int. That's a design flaw. The combination of they wanted to do everything OOE in object-oriented spaces, but there are some things that aren't, like, well no, string isn't, but int is, char is, and other things. There are other things, yeah, that's the downside. They were, like, it's not fully OO, where I believe, even if you use int in C#, don't actually quote me on this, it's using integer, it's just hiding it to match Java's syntax, basically. I think that's true, but I don't know. I'll catch you later. It might actually depend on the .NET the version of the .NET framework you use. But I think, no, I think what it does is it tells the compiler to use the native version, and the native version is usually that, but it could not be. Either way, I'm going. Catch you later.